Heidi ho, friendly simmers, and welcome back to another speed build. If you're new, welcome in. If you've been here before, thanks for sticking around. This is Zane. I've got another speed build because speed builds are kind of what I do at this point. I'm thinking of switching that up a little bit here once I get a webcam, but we'll see. But this is another speed build. Hope you guys are having a good week. It's technically still the weekend for me. It's Sunday night. I'm enjoying my Sunday. But when you guys see this, it'll be Tuesday afternoon, probably. I think I'm going to upload this one on Tuesday because I've been avoiding the warehouse build that I did not originally intend to do and then ended up doing anyway. It was definitely a spur of the moment one, and it was like 4 recordings, but this one, as you can see, because I'm barely paying attention to it, and I should be, bad saying, is a Spanish style villa. I built it in Oasis Springs. Um, this one was technically also kind of spur of the moment, but I saw a picture, let's get words right, on I think it was Pinterest, and it had a house similar to this where it was had like that central tower and like the house was built around it, and it was just really really pretty. And I was like, I'm gonna try and rebuild that in The Sims. So this is my attempt at creating something based off of that. I'll try to remember to link a picture of it if I can find the picture in the description box below. Um, yeah, it's my first time actually attempting a house in this style. I don't spend a lot of time in Oasis Springs. It's not my main neighborhood. I spend a lot of time playing like actual gameplay in in Brindleton Bay, and then I like Glimmerbrook too. It's like a very basic world, but I just like the woodsy vibe. It's just a small little neighborhood, so there's not a lot of crazy stuff going on outside of my front porch because the last Let's Play that I did was the 100 baby challenge, which I started and then I kind of just left it where it was because she had twins and then she had triplets, and I was losing my mind as much as she was, and she was pregnant again. I was just like, I can't handle this right now. This is too much, too much. But that one, I don't know if it's the lot that she was on or what, but just every morning there was like 20 people just outside hanging out, having conversations, doing all that. But back to the actual build, which is why we're here. I messed around with platforms on the inside quite a bit. So if you download this off the gallery, you may have to put some stairs back in. You may not. That staircase does end up moving. I tried to fit the little living room in down there, and it just I didn't like the layout. It wasn't big enough. The staircase was always in the way no matter what I did. So I put a little bump out where the staircase is, just into the back a little bit, which actually ended up working out pretty well. It's not that bump out, but there's another one that I do on the back that just gives the back a little more depth, makes it look a little more interesting than your standard kind of boxy houses like they have in the suburbia around where I live, where I don't know what it is. They're just they might as well be townhouses, which is what I technically live in, because they're just a big box. And some of them maybe have a garage on the side, but a lot of them in the new neighborhood they're building near me have garages on the back, which makes them look even more just giant boxes. And they've got these really tiny yards in between, and it's just weird. And I don't like the way they look. They just look really, really bland, and they make me really, really sad. But I did put that porch off the front on the right side. It's actually a little balcony off of the main bedroom, the master bedroom. I kind of built this with no idea of who I was building it before, but as I got upstairs, I decided that maybe this was like a couple grandparents, maybe a grandma and a grandpa, two grandpas, two grandmas, some non-binary grandparents. I don't know, but grandparents, and then their teenage granddaughter who lives with them for mysterious reasons that I have not made up a story for, but she lives with her grandparents. And the second bedroom that's actually behind the balcony where the two little smaller arch windows are, that's her room. And the kitchen, and you can see originally I put this tile all throughout. I think it's from, is it either Island Living or Jungle Adventure? I don't remember which one it is, but I really like that kind of tile for this sort of house. It's seemed to fit, and the actual house, the picture that I based it off of, had like one or two pictures of the inside, and it had tile that was similar to that. I ended up breaking up the tile inside with some like darker hardwood from. It should be the same pack. I want to say it's both Jungle Adventure, but one of them might be Island Living, but I don't remember. I don't know. Those packs, they kind of blend together in my mind, but I did put that little roof fixture up there, and I ended up putting like a little hanging light in it to kind of make it look like a bell tower up on top. I just thought it was a neat little architectural addition to it. But we're moving on to the living room. As you can see, there is a bump out back there now, and I moved the door onto the back patio to that side and straightened out the staircase. And it fit better. I wanted to give him a TV, give him a little living space, and you can see the dark hardwood. I'm pretty sure that's Jungle Adventure, but correct me if I'm wrong. If you know, let me know down in the comments. I'm pretty sure it's Jungle Adventure, but it might be Island Living. I know there's a lot of hardwood I use from both of those for flooring because they had some really good wood swatches for both of those packs, and I really like using them. But this build is definitely not limited pack. I don't even know how many I used. It was a lot, um, more than I can actually recall off the top of my head. But the kitchen, I messed around with that a lot. I did end up adding in um, a little bit from the country kitchen kit. Not too much, like the counters and the cabinets and everything stay the same. But I built this in two sittings, and the first half of it when I built was before they released the kits. I think it was before they even announced them. It was probably a couple days before they announced it. And they announced it, and then they came out, and I got the Country Kitchen one. I was like, oh, I need to finish this build. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to put a couple little decorative pieces, just like a little flower tin and these little flower items. I don't know exactly what you call them. Cookie jar, a little bread box. Just a little nice touches for decorative things. I ended up putting an island in there too because it just felt very empty in that space. And this dining room is down a level as well. I think that one is actually the only room on the main floor that is actually the lowest platform that's level with the actual ground. Um, and I used those arches with the built-in fence from, I think it's Cats and Dogs, if I remember right. I mean, you're in Oasis Springs. It's very light and airy and sunny, and you're not getting a lot of rain there or even really winter. Just wanted to have something a little more open, and this is The Sims, and you know, it's not like anyone's just gonna leap over the bushes and into the dining room and into the house and I don't know, steal your refrigerator or something like used to happen in some of the older games. I miss that though. I enjoyed the creepy robbers showing up in the middle of the night when everyone went to bed too early and I didn't have a burglar alarm and just the general panic and then the general annoyance, especially if it was like a legacy challenge or rags to riches or something like that where you just have no money and then you finally get the appliance or the piece of furniture you want, and then the burglar shows up and takes the exact thing that you just spent, like 2 or 3 work days saving for so you could have like a full size fridge or a better oven or whatever it is, and then poof, it's gone, and you're just like, oh my god, why? But it used to annoy me, but now I kind of miss it. I miss those little silly features that some of the older games have that this one to my knowledge at least doesn't have. Maybe it does, and I've just been very lucky. Um, you can see we're moving on to the upstairs, the master bedroom. I mean, throughout the house for the most part, I went for like those yellow and orange and sort of reddish tones inside. It's felt very fitting and very nice, very fiery. Maybe Fire Lord Zuko will move in here. Maybe I'll make a sim of him. That could be fun. Or just download one off the gallery. I can't imagine he hasn't been made 100,000 times on on the gallery. I could probably find one and move him in here with oh gosh, what's her name? Who he ends up marrying, and then does he have a daughter? I don't know if he does. I don't know if I don't remember. I should know. I've seen Korra, or Legend of Korra, if you're not sure of. what the show is, and I've seen Avatar. I've never read like the graphic novels or comics though. And we're back to the build. I should focus, but we've just got the one tub. I thought about putting a shower, but I really didn't want to block those windows. But the one next to it, I put laundry in there. So if you don't have the laundry day stuff pack, um, that's the only place where the laundry stuff is. So you could just make that another bathroom if you want, or get rid of that room and open the hallway up. Entirely up to you. But I just went for laundry because I enjoy having laundry, at least in The Sims. I don't enjoy having laundry in real life. That's really a pain because I always forget about it, and then it's like 11 o'clock at night, and I'm like, oh crap, I need to do laundry. I don't have any clean socks or whatever it is. And I put it in, and I come down here and, play whatever video game or read a book or write or something like that. And then forget that I put it in the washer until like 2 a.m. when I'm getting ready to go to bed. Like crap, it needs to go in the dryer still. So then I go upstairs and I put it in the dryer, and then I gotta wait another hour, and then I'm just very tired and grumpy. Very tired and grumpy because I'm not good at remembering my laundry when I live in this house because it's upstairs from where my desk, like my little office space is. So if I don't have my headset on, which is what I use for like my microphone and to record and to like listen to music or something while I'm recording, I can hear it fine because it's basically right over my head. But when I've got this headset on, it's noise canceling, and I can't hear much of anything unless it's like one of my cats getting right in my face and screaming. So yeah, I'm not good at remembering the laundry, but we're moving on to the granddaughter's bed. I did use that new uh not technically custom content, but I'm gonna call it custom content, even though it's not, because it's actually in game, which is great. But that wardrobe by I think it's Peacemaker, that has all those beautiful different colored swatches. It's so cool. But for her little bedroom, I end up putting her bed on a platform here. Yeah, it's just, I think it's like too high. Just want to add a little depth, a little more interest to her space because it just wasn't breaking up the space the way I wanted it to. But she's got a little desk with a laptop so she can, chat with her friends, play video games, maybe she streams, and a little TV and a chair. And she's got her own little space here in her room. Our little teenager living with her grandparents unexpectedly. Don't know what happened to her actual parents, but she lives here now, and that's okay. And yeah, we're getting close to the done. Getting close to the done. That's not really a sentence. We're getting close to done with the actual speed build. I cut out quite a bit of the outside, both at the beginning and towards the end with the landscaping, because I had a lot of issues with, because there's so many different levels of platforms inside that it was hard to get the platforms to cooperate outside because it's still very, very glitchy. But yeah, we're almost done with her room. I switch out that rug, I think. I think that's pretty much it for her room. But out back, we put a pool in. There's a little multi-leveled platform patio space. Some bushes, some planter boxes, nothing too fancy. And there's a lot of plants in this upstairs, both in the grandparents' room and in her room. And then out by the stairs, I end up, there's like this weird little corner space, and I want to expand the laundry room and make it like massive. I have to rearrange things. So I ended up using I like those marble, not platforms, but desk stands, tables from Get Famous. I put two of those with move objects in the little space here next to the stairs, and just filled up the top with a bunch of plants. I figure, you're living in like a deserty area. A lot of these plants probably won't do too well outside if they're out there all day in the really hot sun with not a lot of rain and water or anything like that. It might be a little too much heat for them. So yeah, I end up switching those to the white swatch and then just putting a bunch of plants on top of it. Like that one. I think there's another one from Eco Lifestyle and a couple from the cats and dogs pack. We're going to move on to the backyard a little bit and a little bit of the landscaping. before we roll out to the screenshots. But if you've liked this video, if you liked any of my other videos, leave a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, leave a comment if there's something else you want me to build, or if you just enjoyed this one. And after we finish this pool and a little bit of patio work, I will roll us out to the screenshot so you can see the words are hard, and that's okay. Words are hard. Uh, but yeah, we're gonna roll out to screenshots here in a second, and you guys can see the final version of the build. It is up on the gallery if you want to download it. My ID on there is zavocado, like it is on here. So yeah, don't forget to leave a like, comment, subscribe, any of those other weird clicky YouTube things, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everyone.